I have 6 audience members. Did y'all know that flamingos aren't naturally pink? They're actually gray, and they get their pink color from the food they eat. And that is a cyanobacterium photosynthesizing microorganism found in wetlands. So with that fun fact, here's a story of how thousands of baby flamingos were saved. Trouble started in January when drought overtook the South African wetlands. This was a place that the lesser flamingos used to breed, and it's one of the select few places on Earth that they have. The drought couldn't have come at a more inopportune time, as thousands of babies just hatched, but they were unable to care for themselves. And with no food and water, neither were the adults. So in order to survive, the parents abandoned their babies. Once word got out and researchers and volunteers got there, it was already too late for many of these baby flamingos. And the ones that were not yet gone, they heard their cries from inside their overheating eggs that were left. Once to safety, the researchers were very excited of their opportunity to help these baby flamingos, and also they were being able to learn firsthand about them in ways that they wouldn't have been able to otherwise. But with this, they had to be very careful of how they dressed, as they didn't want the babies to imprint on them, because once released back into the wild, they can't be dependent on humans. So they had to dress and mimic parent flamingos. The lesser flamingos are the most abundant flamingos there are, but they're the smallest of all the flamingo species. And they're also the most in danger of extinction, and that is because they only have 6 wetland breeding sites across the world, and that is why this drought was so crucial to the flamingo population. So in this article, the author uses many terms, but the 3 I picked up on was 1, visual aid. A visual aid is anything from a chart, graph, picture, and in this case, a picture was used. It was used when the author was talking about the abandonment of the baby flamingos. He uses a picture to show the flamingo nest, which still had eggs on top of them. And it's used so the reader can perfectly see what the author was trying to portray and exactly what they wanted you to see. Second term that I chose was imagery. Imagery is used when the author is talking about not wanting the babies to imprint on them. So he mentions that the volunteers had to wear black gloves, pink compression shirts, and pink t-shirts to look like a parent flamingo. And that's used because it's very vivid. You can see it in your head, exactly what it would look like, pink suits and all that. The third term that I came across was pathos. And pathos is the appeal to emotion. And although that was, the whole article, what stood out most was when the research team said that they could hear the helpless cries of these baby flamingos stuck inside their overheating eggs. And it was just made to, pull at people's emotions. So with all that being said, the drought was so crucial to this flamingo population. And since there's only 6 worldwide breeding sites for this lesser flamingo, it brings me to the question, just how long will these lesser flamingos be around?